Now, what in the Royal Caribbean is going on here? So for today's topic, we have a police officer over in Miami that has been arrested and a cruise ship that has some passengers that unfortunately will not be on cloud nine like they had hoped after the police officer, which turned out to be a drug dealer, was arrested for trying to sneak the drugs on board. Now, we are going to watch a quick video clip and then we'll get over to the further details after.
A Miami-Dade Sheriff's deputy is on the wrong side of the law. Investigators arrested him after finding bags of Skittles in his luggage. The only problem, it wasn't candy, but drugs inside. CBS News Miami's Peter Dinge joins us live from West Miami-Dade, where the deputy remains tonight. Peter, he allegedly intended to sell the pills.
That's right, Nasha. In fact, the deputy in this case is a 6-year veteran of the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office. He's accused of hiding the drugs inside, get this, Skittles bags. Now, detectives say that a canine sniffed out the drugs at the Port of Miami.
38-year-old Sheriff's Office Deputy Francisco Mello faces a judge in bond court.
Sir, can you afford to hire an attorney?
At this time. Details in this case surfaced in the arrest affidavit. It said the criminal conspiracy section of the Sheriff's Office suspected Mello of selling Molly or ecstasy, so they set up an undercover operation. Mello reportedly sold 12 pills to another officer for $240.
The warrant was issued for possession of a controlled substance and sale of a controlled substance.
The arrest report says detectives also discovered that Mello had plans to smuggle the pills onto the Royal Caribbean Allure of the Seas ship that was set to leave the Port of Miami on Thursday.
He was trying to smuggle MDMA in Skittles bags onto a cruise ship.
Investigators said a drug-sniffing canine was brought in and was alerted to the drugs and said they discovered 6 bags of Skittles and 5 of them had the drugs inside of them. There were about 60 pills in total.
I'll set that bond at $20,000.
In a statement, Sheriff Rosie Cordero Stutz said, in part, no one is above the law, and this office will not tolerate criminal behavior from anyone, especially those entrusted to enforce it. The actions of this individual are a betrayal of the public trust and of all the deputies who work tirelessly to protect our community. Mello was charged with the possession, sale, and trafficking of a controlled substance. We were not able to speak with any family members at his home, where we saw 5 patrol cars. The Sheriff's Office said they were there as part of the investigation.
Now, Mello did not say anything in court about the charges against him. We're waiting here at the jail for him to leave after posting bond. Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office tells us that he is relieved of duty with pay pending the outcome of this investigation.
So just to quickly give you some additional information, this conundrum involves Royal Caribbean's Allure of the Seas that is currently completing short party or booze cruises out of Miami, Florida. The particular cruise in question, in which Francisco Mello was trying to board with his Skittle drugs, was a EDM dance event known as Groove Cruise that started on the 23rd of January and would last 4 days. Coincidentally, I'll actually be on the next sailing in a couple days on board Allure of the Seas for my Ship Life Group Cruise. I'm very excited. However, it is pretty fitting that this gentleman here, well, he's not a gentleman, he's a criminal now, was trying to sneak these drugs on board, because if you've ever been to an EDM event, you know that everybody is all doped up. They are partying, they are dancing, they are doing adult things, and just enjoying the overall experience. Now, to all of that, I will say that I am genuinely surprised. This man is a police officer in Miami, Florida. You mean to tell me that either one, he didn't know better, or he also didn't know how to properly smuggle the Skittle drugs on board? There's so many other methods. Not that I would know anything about it. Actually, I would, because I talk to so many people. I don't really partake in any of the extracurricular activities or contraband on cruise ships. However, the fact still remains, there were so many other methods. You want to bring something inside or with those drugs, rather, that's going to cause some type of aroma. Go buy the dollar gummy bears from the gas station and put them in there. There were so many other ways, but unfortunately, maybe he just got a little overconfident or big-headed. Why am I saying unfortunately? Fortunately, these people that are on board will not get their drugs. They will not be doped up. They will not be under the influence, and they can actually enjoy themselves with just the simple drink package on board. You would think he would coordinate with his colleagues or fellow police officers, not in cahoots with them to smuggle the drugs on board, maybe find the peace schedule or something of the dogs. That way he can find that little gap, that little window, so that he can get on board without any incident whatsoever. Nevertheless, he is in jail now. I am surprised that he is being suspended with pay. I would imagine he is probably going to see some charges. There is no doubt about it, unless there's some other craziness that is taking place and he was somehow coerced or forced to bring these Skittle drugs on board. Nevertheless, let this be a lesson to all of you. One, nobody is above the law. Two, when it comes to cruise ships, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, especially cruise ships that are operating within the United States, they have started making a major crackdown because there is a lot of competition out there, and honestly, nobody wants to be known as the drug ship, so to speak. So they're going to continue bringing the dogs on board. Some cruise lines out there even have dogs that are essentially living on board the cruise ship. So if you think you're going to try to figure out a way to outsmart the police, or you're going to figure out a way to smuggle the drugs on board, of course, it's your prerogative. You are free to do whatever it is that you see fit to ensure that you have the best experience possible during your cruise. However, if you happen to get caught, you are going to end up like this poor devil, and I would imagine that is not good for anybody. Nobody wants to go to jail and have to meet Big Bob over at prison, and well, anyway, just avoid it at all costs. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't already. And know as usual, I love and appreciate every single one of you. I'll see you later. Take it easy.